You're not going to feel as anxious anymore after this. This is why you always feel anxious. You feel anxious because you're constantly overthinking and you're not present. That is why you overthink. That's why you have the anxiety. That's why you're not confident. Sounds very simple, but I'll explain why. Most of the time, whenever we are actually overthinking, we feel anxious, it's just we're listening to the thoughts in our head. And when you think about these thoughts, especially the emotional thoughts, just think of them like little ripples in the ocean. They just are, but you don't have to identify. You're not the thoughts. You're not the little voice inside of your head. It's something that, first of all, no one ever thinks about. And it's kind of weird to think because it sounds just like you and, it thinks like you because it's a thought. It's the real reason for most of your anxiety, most of all the bad things that are going on in your mind. When you become present, you realize that the only thing that ever exists is the single moment right now. You realize that you're the awareness behind that's observing these thoughts that are coming through and these emotions. It's a little bit of a woo-woo concept, but just really think about it. Observe it. Sit down in silence for like a minute or two and just realize what the heck is the thing that's able to listen to the little voice inside your head and perceive everything. Like you can't be the thoughts because you're observing it. So what is that? And chances are your mind finally shuts the fuck up for just a little bit. Like your mind's going to shut up. You'll be in this little present moment where everything looks ultra HD. Like right now, just observe your surroundings and realize that, like look at your hands, look at around you and realize how you kind of focus into it. Everything will feel like it went from 380p to like 4K. Looks nice. So these thoughts are why you feel anxious, because you have all these little thoughts that are already accumulated from your life, all your past events, all the insecurities that you have. So when you're present, you're able to deal with whatever happens because you're in the moment. You can take action to take care of whatever the problem is. You can feel the emotions that you're feeling. You can observe the thoughts and realize, oh, I'm just overthinking. When you worry about the quote unquote future, like let's say that I have a meeting and that meeting might be going really bad. There is no way for me to cope with that meeting because it doesn't exist. It's not happening at the moment. So the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to overthink no matter what, because I don't know how it could go. My mind can play it out in a million different ways. And the way that it's going to try and predict that is based off my past experiences. So just memories. Those memories will play into what this quote unquote future event is going to happen. So that meeting, based off what past meetings have gone, that is what it's going to try to picture. And it's not accurate. But there's no way for me to cope with that because there's a gap. It's not real. It's just my imagination of what might happen in the future. Take that basic example that I just gave you and apply that to everything in your life. Oh my God, my friends, are they going to say this? What is this girl going to think when we go out on this date? Rent's due next week. How am I going to come up with that money? Oh my God, I'm eating these products and they might cause cancer in the future. What am I going to do in 50 years if I get cancer? Do you see what I mean? There's no way for you to deal with that because it's not real yet. Like you don't know what's going to happen. And there's this gap between now to then. You can't do anything to fix that gap because it's not real. You're just overthinking about it and you're worrying about things that aren't real. Let's say right now, right? For example, boom, someone breaks in. They break in, major problem. I deal with it now. I can deal with it. I can run, attack the person. You know what I mean? You let it play out. But it'd be pointless of me to sit here and worry about what if someone breaks in and tries to attack me. Because it's just in my imagination. This is why meditation helps. Meditation itself isn't going to solve everything, but it trains you to be more present and to be aware of your thoughts and emotions that are coming through. The more present you are, the more you're able to fully be in the moment, the less anxious you're going to feel because you're going to realize there's nothing wrong. Like right now, a million different hypothetical problems of what's going to happen in the future, right? My life isn't perfect. But look at me. I'm safe and sound. Tonight we're safe and sound. I'm chilling. There's no danger around me. So I'm relaxed. I'm at peace. There's no anxiety because there's no gap in between that I have to fix. Anything that does come into my mind, I've been practicing it so much to the point where I can feel the emotion going through my stomach. Like when I feel anxious, I feel it in my tummy. So I feel scared, but I'm not scared. Like I'm not the emotion of being scared or frightened or, oh my God, I'm worried. That's not me. That's just a wave of energy that's flowing through my body based off past experiences. It's just my body and my mind trying to keep me safe. But, in the modern world, we just overthink too much because we're trained to think a lot, especially with jobs nowadays. There's no action involved in most jobs. It's just thinking. So you're used to just overthinking hypotheticals. Literally, when you're going out about life and you're feeling anxious about it, literally just remind yourself, oh my God, it's not real. It's not real. Like there's no tangible danger. Am I good here in the moment? Sweet. If you feel anxious, feel the emotion fully and realize that you're not it. Just observe it without judging. Because if you judge it, then you just go back into the negative, positive, and you've identified with it again. And honestly, it's going to sound very cliche, but the more you're off social media and being stimulated, you have the time to process these emotions correctly. Because most of the time when we feel anxious and we feel worried or something bad happens in life, we go straight to TikTok, just like an addict. He whips out the cigarette, something to deal with the pain, because we just numb it down, right? You're like, oh my God, I feel anxious, I feel worried, boom, 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 scroll, and then you focus on other stuff, but you don't process the emotions correctly, and they linger. Instead of being in your conscious mind, which was you're manually thinking of, it gets pushed back into the subconscious mind, and then it becomes like a stronger emotion, so it actually provokes and feels it, and it comes back out in certain scenarios and certain things that trigger it. Like you'll literally feel it flow through your whole body, and it becomes more like stronger. And these things are nothing to be afraid of because they come from you. You just haven't had the chance to just be in silence and truly just be able to process them. But the more you're able to just chill out, relax, be off TikTok, things that are constantly stimulating, you'll be able to process and see it so much easier. Like just give it a shot. Go one day without doing it, and you'll see these emotions and these thoughts pop up. And quote unquote negative and positive is just subjective. Like they're just feelings, right? But we give them labels. But you'll be able to replace and choose them a lot easier. It's like you'll see them almost floating through, and you're like, I like this, I don't like this. And then you can give your attention to the ones that you want and the ones that you don't want. And that's why some people are so good, and they start to replace and they start to get better thoughts coming in daily. So yeah, just breathe and relax. You're going to be okay. And if there's something that's, actually bothering you, take care of it at that given time. But don't try to deal with that gap, because there's no way to deal with that gap. It's just going to be more and more imagination. And based off how your past has been, that imagination is going to be closely tied to your past. Access the beautiful power of just right now. Just observe and just be. And you'll feel a deep peace